Syrup cakes are prevalent throughout the Mediterranean, and this one is the most popular from my latest book, Gluten-Free Mediterranean. We have a beautiful, light, fluffy coconut sponge drizzled with lemon syrup. It's just spectacular. To start our cake, we add 150 grams of unsalted butter to a mixing bowl. So you want your butter nice and soft so it aerates beautifully. And to this, we add our caster sugar. Now we want to whip this for about 5 minutes so it goes really light and fluffy. What you want here is a really aerated batter, so take your time with this step and don't go too quickly. Okay, our butter is beautifully aerated. Now we add our eggs. Now I'm adding these one at a time so they can incorporate really well. Okay, first one's mixed in nicely. Now for the second. Okay, our eggs are nicely incorporated. Now to our milk, goes straight in. I'm also adding a little bit of cognac here. I love the floral aromatic notes you get from this alcohol. If you want to make your cake alcohol-free, you can keep it out. It's purely a flavouring, so that's fine. And our lemon zest goes straight on top. I always zest my lemon directly over the bowl, so those essential oils go straight over that batter and you're capturing everything. Nothing better than lemon and coconut, it's just a beautiful summer combination. Okay. Now to the starring ingredient in this cake, coconuts. I like to use an organic one because it's incredibly moist and it has much more aromatic notes compared to the conventional ones you find in the supermarket. When you open the pack, you're just hit with coconut flavour immediately. So that goes in and we give it another quick mix. Our batter is ready for our flour. I'm using a self-raising gluten-free flour here. I'm also going to add a little bit of baking powder. I know we're using self-raising flour here, but it's going to add a nice fluffy boost to our cake. In that goes, onto our final mix. Okay, our batter is ready. Into our bun tin it goes. You can use whatever shape tin you have at home, it's totally fine. This is quite a thick batter, but it results in an incredibly moist, light and fluffy sponge cake. Okay, the batter's in, I'm just going to smooth that out. I'm going to pop this cake in the oven at 160 for 40 minutes. And while that's baking, I'm going to get onto my lemon syrup. I'm simply going to simmer some lemon juice, water and sugar together until it goes all nice and syrupy, and then we'll drizzle it over the cake. Okay, our hot cake is out of the oven. Now, the key to a successful syrup cake is to pour cold syrup on a hot cake or hot syrup on a cold cake. They can't be at the same temperature, otherwise you'll end up with a soggy mess. So our syrup is completely cool. Now, before we pour it over the cake, I'm just going to pierce it so that we get a nice distribution of syrup in the cake. So just go all around with a skewer or a toothpick is fine. And that beautiful zesty lemon syrup goes straight over the top. It will look like a lot when you're pouring it on, but it will soak in very quickly, so don't worry, it won't overflow. Now this needs to rest for about an hour, so I'm going to let it sit here, and then in 1 hour we'll come back to it and we'll garnish it with some extra coconut. Our syrup has soaked in beautifully to our coconut cake, so it's time to turn it out. The best way to do this is to get your cake stand, pop it on top, and then do a quick flip. Oh, isn't she beautiful? And now for our final sprinkling of our beautifully moist organic coconut. I'm very generous here because this is a coconut cake and it needs a lot of love, so be as generous as you like. I can't wait to slice into it and show you what it looks like. Ooh, because it's soaked in syrup, it's incredibly moist and it will keep really well in this airtight container. So onto our plate for a tasting. Zesty lemon and coconut, a match made in heaven. Καλή όρεξη.